Have you ever wondered what it takes to conquer the known world before you even turn 30? It sounds like the plot of a blockbuster movie, but it was the real life of one man, Alexander the Great. In just over a decade, this young Macedonian king redrew the map of the ancient world, creating an empire that stretched from Greece all the way to India. But how did he do it? Let's rewind the clock and uncover the story of the man who became a legend. Our story begins not with Alexander, but with his father, King Philip II of Macedon. Philip was a brilliant military strategist who transformed Macedonia from a backwater kingdom into a dominant Greek power. He reformed the army, creating the formidable Macedonian phalanx, and dreamed of uniting the Greeks to take on their age-old enemy, the mighty Persian Empire. It was into this world of ambition and power that Alexander was born in 356 BC. From a young age, Alexander was groomed for greatness. He was tutored by none other than the great philosopher Aristotle, who instilled in him a love for knowledge, literature, and science. But Alexander was no mere scholar. He was a natural leader and a gifted warrior. A famous story tells of how, as a boy, he tamed the wild stallion Bucephalus, a horse no one else could ride. He did it not with force, but with understanding and patience, qualities that would define his leadership. In 336 BC, tragedy struck. Philip II was assassinated, and at just 20 years old, Alexander ascended to the throne. Many thought the young king would fail, that his father's kingdom would crumble. Alexander proved them all wrong. He swiftly crushed rebellions in Greece, securing his home front. With Greece united behind him, he turned his eyes east to his father's unfinished business, Persia. In 334 BC, Alexander crossed into Asia Minor with an army of around 40,000 men. He was massively outnumbered by the forces of the Persian king, Darius III. But Alexander had something Darius didn't: tactical genius. At the Battle of the Granicus, and then again at the Battle of Issus, Alexander's bold strategies led to stunning victories against overwhelming odds. He wasn't just a general commanding from the rear, he fought on the front lines, inspiring his men with his own courage. His campaign was relentless. He conquered Egypt, where he was hailed as a liberator, and Pharaoh, and founded the city of Alexandria, the first of many cities that would bear his name. The final showdown with Darius came in 331 BC at the Battle of Gaugamela. Once again, against a colossal Persian army, Alexander's brilliant tactics won the day. Darius fled and was later killed by his own men, leaving Alexander the undisputed king of Persia. But Alexander wasn't satisfied. Driven by an insatiable curiosity and a desire to reach the ends of the world, he pushed his army further and further east, through modern-day Afghanistan and into India. It was here, after a hard-fought victory at the Battle of the Hydaspes, that his loyal but exhausted army finally convinced him to turn back. They had marched for 8 years and over 11,000 miles. Alexander returned to Babylon, the new capital of his vast empire. He began making plans for the future, dreaming of new expeditions in a world where Greek and Persian cultures would blend together. But it was not to be. In 323 BC, at the age of just 32, Alexander the Great died suddenly of a fever. His empire, forged by his singular vision, fractured almost immediately as his generals fought for control. Yet his legacy endured. Alexander's conquests spread Greek language, culture, and ideas across the vast territory he had won. This era, known as the Hellenistic period, would shape the course of Western and Eastern civilizations for centuries to come. He was a military genius, a visionary leader, and a figure who, even today, continues to inspire awe and fascination. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through history. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more stories from the past. See you in the next one.